Hi there, Tamara Dorris. And guess what? We're going to talk about the number one thing that people do not recognize when they talk about the law of attraction manifestation. What would you say if I said, or if I asked you, how do you manifest? What is like the single thing? What do we always hear? Thoughts are things. You attract with your thoughts. Think good thoughts. Oh no, if I have a bad thought, it's all a load of crap. It's all a load of crap. I'll tell you the truth and I'll tell you how it connects and how in my past books, I've said, your thoughts create too, but I always had the caveat, and that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. It is not your thoughts that attract. It is your emotions that attract. So that's why it's perfectly fine to have a conversation with someone and be like, oh man, I dread that, if you're just saying it without the emotion. But if you're feeling the dread when you say it, that's a whole different story. And so, for the sake of argument, it's just easy to say your thoughts are things because thoughts usually are accompanied by emotions. But at the end of the day, your emotions are what attract. Your emotions are energy, energy in motion, emotion. Your energy and emotions broadcast, one of my favorite words, out all around you, and that broadcast is like a magnet that attracts back to you. Okay, so someone asked me the other day on a group call I think I was on. Someone asked me, so I just walk around happy all the time and that's it? I'm attracting whatever I want. I can have $1 million business? Not so fast, Skippy. Let's just back up a bit here and make sure that we clearly understand what I'm talking about. You can fake it till you make it, but you have to feel it. Okay? So you can walk around and say, I'm happy, I'm positive, I'm not thinking bad thoughts today. But where's your emotion? And listen, this all boils down to the neuropeptides that are being produced in your central nervous system that are then giving you those chemicals cascading through your body. That's what an emotion is. And what's really important is that your emotions, your neuropeptides, the hormones that make you feel things, are really derived from your DNA and your central nervous system. And, this is something I've always known a little bit about, but not nearly as much as I have learned over the last few months in researching my latest book that I'm working on right now. It's a work in progress. And that is the importance of your central nervous system. Your nervous system and your DNA, which can include your ancestral DNA and generational DNA. So, for example, if you had a mother who was very demanding, controlling, and now you're like that, some people would say, oh, that's because you saw your mom do that. But what about the case when you were given up in adoption and you never even saw your mom be demanding? And then you meet her, when you're 30 years old, and you're just like her. And you're like, what? I mean, plenty of documented cases about things like this. So, it's because in our DNA, we have genetic predisposition to our parents, their parents, their parents. And I don't get deep into that because it's not my field of expertise, but there are books written on this, and it's just ridiculous at how many generations, back to our ancestors, that, we've struggled with these things. Take former slaves and how that's a really heavy duty thing. The Holocaust, Native Americans and all the things that happen. That happens through the emotions of that carry through the lineage, and now you wonder why you're always stressed out. Look at your family, look at your background, look at all that, and ask yourself, how much of this has been expressed in my central nervous system? That's why you technically could have a really easy breezy life. I know that's not what's normal these days, but you could, and yet you're always anxious, you're always mad. It's very likely that you just have the genes, the genetic predisposition to be a mad person, to be a worried person, Here's a good one. You think you just get your DNA, or excuse me, you think you just get your color eyes and your height from your DNA, from your lineage. But you know what else you get? Scarcity mindset, alcoholism, addiction, uh, I don't know, argumentativeness, whatever it is. If you have these things, I'm not saying it doesn't have anything to do with your upbringing, but think about the logic of this. Is it nurture versus nature? It's both. Because if you come from a lineage of people who are angry all the time, then of course, and you were raised by them, then of course you grew up in that environment and you had those experiences. So now we're talking about it's in both your genetic predisposition as well as in your home environment, your own personal experience. Of course, you're going to be an angry person. What else would you be? Or a scarcity mindset, or whatever it is. Does that make sense? People never talk about money. It's like it's a shame topic. People don't want to talk about money because it's shameful. But I cannot tell you how many people that I know that I work with that literally live, in my case with my clients, it's commission to commission or paycheck to paycheck, however you want to look at it. People never talk about it. It's like a shame thing. Like, I can't tell anyone that I only have $20 in the bank. Why is that? It's because so many of us, in my opinion, come from a scarcity mindset for generations ago. Because let's face it, the majority of the world, especially in the United States, we didn't come here rich. We came here with like in a wagon wheel or whatever the case was, right? Or on a boat with nothing except a knapsack. So of course you have the genetic predisposition to maybe be scarcity minded. This is why people who are wealthy were born from wealth, and it's generational, and it keeps going and going and going because they have it in their genes and their DNA that our family's wealthy. It's wealthy, it's wealthy, it's wealthy. And then of course in their experience, their environment, nurture versus nature, so both of those apply. And we're like, well, of course. That's why literally 1/3 of the world possesses all the money. 1/3 of the world has the majority, all the trust funds, the property. 1/3 of the world's riches. Wait, I said that wrong. 1/3 of the world has all the riches, the majority of riches, the majority of wealth. And in fact, it's really interesting to note that we live right now, especially in the United States, our country, we have more multimillionaires than we've ever had before. So I laugh when people tell me like times are so tough right now. And I'm like, really? Because I think that like 20 new multimillionaires got into business last year. It's crazy. And it's possible. And it's possible for you too. But here's the thing. If we don't recognize that our emotions are our broadcast, we don't recognize that, and we keep doing the same things the same way that our parents did and their parents did, even if unconsciously, we're not going to have the emotions of the success and the wealth and the abundance and everything that we want. So I told you, that some people say fake it. You can put a pencil in your mouth, and smile, and you actually activate the neuropeptides that will release the chemicals that tell your body you're happy, that tell your nervous system, oh, she's happy today. And just by doing that alone, you are broadcasting joy. You're positively broadcasting, and that's what you'll attract back. But you can't just fake it. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm happy. I'm so happy today. You have to do something physically or internally that really signifies joy. You have to get the chemicals going. You have to feel the chemicals. And you can't do it by taking recreational drugs. I mean, you can do it by maybe dancing and having a good time and singing and fake smiling. That will help reduce those neuropeptides. But you've got to get your emotions in the game. That's why people ask me, and I've done podcasts on this before about affirmations. Couldn't think of the word there. Do affirmations work? Yes, if you put your energy and your emotion behind them. If you sit there and say, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. No, not at all. But if you say, I am so wealthy, I love money, money just comes out of the sky, I have all the money I want, that's a different story. I would not say that that person could not attract wealth because they're broadcasting the emotion of wealth. Does that make sense? Anyway, I hope that helped. I hope you found something useful out of this. But above all, more than anything, work on your emotions. And in both my programs, and I'm getting ready to launch Intention Academy again, going to be a kind of a low end, under $100 a month, to join this membership. And we're going to do the kind of EFT that I teach. We're going to do intention work. We're going to do monthly coaching calls. If you want magnetic marketing, that's specifically for real estate agents, and we do all that stuff. Plus, we focus on your real estate business. That's a little bit more. That's $300 a month, I think, for the introduction sale. And then it's going to go up to $500 a month. So anyway, if you're interested in either of those, let me know. Find me on Facebook in my free group, or message me, or look at one of the links below, and we can connect. I hope you have a beautiful day, and above all, remember to stay happy and make it genuine energy, super happy neuropeptides, joy, joy, joy. Okay, have a good day. Thanks for watching.